We're back, fellow knife enthusiasts.
It's the 37th AK Blade coming at you, and we aren't wasting any time.
Like always, we're bringing you the latest and greatest knives, and this week is no different. This week we're talking about the top 5 folders new to the scene. Those happen to come from We, Civivi, and Kershaw.
Yep, the big names, and they're bringing their game this week, so without a moment to waste, we're just going to...
talk about the table?
Yes.
Up first, it's going to be the We knife, SUGGA.
Look at this. Are you ready? Not upside down. Just checking. Okay.
You didn't fix my chair, did you? I heard it squeak already.
I don't oil your chair for you, so I'm just gonna...
What you talking about, SUGGA?
Okay.
Alright, I'll be doing the specs. On this one, just to shake things up, here we go.
Okay.
The We SUGGA is 8.49 inches overall, has a 3.55 inch blade that's made of CPM S35 VN steel, which comes in at about 59 to 61 on the hardness scale. The two-tone blade, consisting of satin and black stonewash finishes, also has a flat grind. The handle, which is 4.94 inches overall. For those of you who can't do the math.
Oh, yeah, that
you know
wasn't
what?
implied.
I think I'm supposed to do that more subtly.
Don't worry.
Is made of gray 6 AL4V titanium, which is how I like my titanium, with a black carbon fiber inlay. Lastly, the screws, backspacer pivot cap, and the reversible pocket clip.
Well, the puck clip's not reversible.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Man, I got to get the literature correct.
I'm sorry.
Are all made of 6 AL4V titanium.
Wow. Whew. That was a lot. You did it all by yourself with only a few hiccups. Give this man a gold star.
We did it!
Good job. Oh, but don't think I didn't pick up on that insult, because it was blatantly obvious. And you know what? You did forget a few things. This frame lock, yes, also has a ceramic ball bearing pivot system, which allows for quick fluid opening, and there's also a lanyard hole.
I see it snaps to attention.
Yeah.
It seems you forgot something as well.
No, I was taking a breath. You decided to interrupt me. Finally, it weighs 5.36 ounces and was designed by Mikkel Williamson. And if you couldn't tell from the box, it's a special limited edition. Yes, one of 155.
It's not a lollipop.
Oh my God.
It might as well be
Okay.
limited edition. I actually like it now that I heard it snap to attention.
Exactly. I have a very strong affection for this knife. It reminds me a little of the BRS fragment, you know, my favorite, you know, the size, shape, the carbon fiber inlay. Not to mention, I like the big screws, okay? They're like copper, kind of, instead of the usual plain, boring colors that the other companies do.
I like that also.
I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I love when companies shake things up. You know, they instead of doing the plain colored screws, you know, they just make them different. Companies usually just glance over that and they're like, oh, we'll focus on the handle or we'll focus on the blade, but they change that. And this has brought We back up in my eyes. They've redeemed themselves. Not to mention it comes in a, I don't have to say it again, this pretty limited edition box with, stop the presses, are you ready? A certificate of authenticity. Come on.
Well, that's repetitive. Okay, I can understand what you're saying. But there's a reason why they paid, you know, more attention to small details of this knife. I mean, the higher price. I mean, it's a limited edition knife. Like you said several times, one of 155. You have to have it be unique.
Okay, true, but it's higher in price because of the quality of the materials, not because the screws are an unusual color.
That is nice, isn't it?
I know.
You know, but you look at it more, you kind of, now don't take this as an insult. It kind of has that Medford big look to it. I know. That's it. He's
He might
flying.
just-
He
he's
just got on
popping
a,
up over here.
he just got on a plane right now. He's gonna have a picnic down the
Actually-
street for all the Centurions, and then he'll come
God.
over.
His
and yell at
ears
me.
just, he's like, somebody just said something.
But it's light.
Somebody just compared a We to a Medford. Where? I don't know where, but it
I
happened.
didn't say it was. You know, had that Medford look.
Okay, okay. And what, it costs only?
Half a Medford. 253 on AtlanticKnife.com. You have to have unique aspects.
Yes, I know. Do you remember when we did the We Stonefish those and I told you guys I expected them to up their game because they increased the cost? Well, this knife delivered.
I have a package for you.
Yes. On both the look and the price. So, like a Louis Vuitton, you know, people pay for quality and brand name. Always have.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably just keep going on about like brand names and things like that, but you never know. So.
Let's move on to the next knife before Jul goes off on one of those crazy tangents like Jul in his
okay,
Kiwi
look,
again.
the man has a weekly Kiwi schedule. I'll say this again. Don't you find that just a little odd? I can't be the only one. I mean, you guys got to say something down below. It's a little off the weird scale. I mean, Jul great. Don't get me wrong. Great guy. Funny. Funnier than him, but...
The next knife is the Kershaw Static.
Fine, I'll stop.
Yep. That's kind of the reason why I started talking about the next knife. You know, to get you to drop the rants. I mean, you're almost as bad as Wendy when she's doing returns.
I am not.
Yeah, with less expletives. You know, F this, F that, G. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Woo, the kind of language that we don't use around my mother-in-law.
You just mumble it under your breath as you walk away.
I wouldn't have to mumble. She can't hear anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the only... Okay.
All that hair coming out of her ears.
Anyways,
Good God.
before we get to the Kershaw Static, we'd like to ask you guys to just click on those beautiful like, subscribe, and share buttons.
Along with the notification bell.
This way you can always stay in contact with us. I mean, you know, C's posts yet another 5-minute review, or you can see like a quick demonstration of a knife you've had your eye on from
AtlanticKnife.com. And if you don't ask, you don't get.
So just say, hey, you know what? See, I'd like to see this knife. He'll do it.
Yep, 'cause
Okay.
we want to be at 1,000 subscribers.
Exactly. All that good stuff. So
Monetize me, baby.
just-
Even though we're not going to do that. But
no,
that's okay.
just click the buttons real quick. You know what? We'll wait.
I think they've had time.
I think so too.
All right, move on.
Okay, the Kershaw Static. It is 6.75 inches overall and has a 2.8-inch 8CR 13 MOV satin finish blade. It's got a reversible deep carry pocket clip for right, left, tip-up carry.
And in an effort to speed this up so Jul can get upstairs and watch Hocus Pocus,
Oh my god.
it rides comfortably
Come on,
in your
please.
pocket. Not that I would know for sure.
Okay, I'll just say it because he's screwed.
The handle
out
is
of there.
stainless
No.
steel with a gray PVD coating and has grooved ridges for a better, sturdier
Oh my
grip.
gosh. Okay, you say that, and I have to agree. This knife does have a very rugged look. I mean, especially the cleaver cut style of the blade just adds to that. This frame lock also operates on a KVT ball bearing opening, which begins with the jimped out flipper stud, which there's no just a little bit. It's not as jimped out. I don't have degrees of jimping, so there's just a little bit on top
Hey.
of the blade there.
Any jimping counts.
Finally, this...
Any day I get to jimp is a good day.
Wow, that could have been taken...
I think
Okay.
it was meant to be.
Finally, this diamond in the rough weighs only 4 ounces, and, of course, the iconic Kershaw logo. Not
Alright.
hidden, unfortunately, but, you know.
Nice knife.
Mm-hmm.
I like it better than the CRKT Pilar because it's a flipper.
Okay.
Oh,
As I said, I like the cleaver cut style of the blade. I always have. I always like to
I do
slam
too. I
down.
like it better than the Gerbers.
Mm-hmm.
But not as much as the Artisans. But it's cheaper or less expensive by at least
Exactly, because
20
it's
bucks.
no, it's only $35.84 on
$35.84.
So,
AtlanticKnife.com. I guess after we talk about that, we should move on.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is the Civivi Brigand.
Brigand? I'm going Brigand. on
Brigand. Well, why don't you Brigand?
It's a pretty nice EDC knife. Although, not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a letdown after the limited edition We SUGGA. However, since we don't have money busting out of our pockets, we have to come back down. We're bringing it back down.
To a more realistic level.
Yeah, we're real affordable world of knives.
Jul's right. I
I
mean,
know
this
I am.
knife is more than affordable, especially at
AtlanticKnife.com. Man,
we are shameless plugs, but you know what? You're used to that by now. It's
Yeah.
only $59.50. Now this knife does remind me. It reminds me of a real steel knife. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I was thinking that just a little because of how it's shaped right here.
It's something about the look. I don't know what it is. Go ahead.
I'll have to come with that later.
You tell them all about it.
Okay,
I'll sit
will.
over here and look at myself.
Wow. Okay, this liner lock has a gray smooth stainless steel liners, a black coarse G10 handle, and a D2 steel satin finish blade that spans about 3.5 with a flat grind. Overall, the knife is 7.9 inches long with a reversible pocket clip. Yes, it's reversible. Screws and pivot caps that are all stainless steel. Backspacers, black G10, and the whole thing operates on stainless ball bearing pivot system and weighs only 3.7 ounces.
I think this knife, being that it is affordable, is also sturdily made.
It is.
And I mean, it's a good little.
I mean, I wouldn't go slamming it on the ground, but
I think you could. Good everyday use.
But I wouldn't.
Drop it. I mean, it's
just like I wouldn't do with my phone, but it happens.
It's also got the jimped out flipper stud,
I know.
which we know you guys love hearing about for like
There it is,
55th
guys.
time this year.
Yeah, I actually wonder how many times we've actually said jimping or jimped out this year. Hint, hint to like the real watchers. Like, let's go back and count. Tell them.
That's you, Rick.
We might make it like a giveaway. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, like I said, I like this type of. Well,
But if you
it's
do
not
that,
really a. What?
we'll have to go back and count. Or pretend like we
already
counted.
did.
We can flash like a 196 on the screen
Real
right
quick.
now. Yeah.
It's not exactly a Tonto cut, but it's not like a clip point either.
It's its own thing. It's a reverse Tonto.
That's it. I like that. And then the jimping, and then the gray liners, because I'm not really big, because you know how we're always wiping them clean. I like that these are just flat gray. So.
Let's move on to the next knife. Gotta get to that hocus pocus.
Oh my gosh.
31 days of Halloween.
Okay, our next knife is a spin on an old classic. It's the Kershaw Cqc 4K XL, or the Kershaw XL Emerson, with a D2 steel blade.
Yes, that's right. We said D2. The D2 blade, or the high carbon, high chromium tool steel,
Yes.
is a knife maker's favorite because it offers good retention, hardness, as well as being more corrosion resistant than other high carbon steels. And it's our second to last knife. See how I did that?
Yeah.
I did that very...
When it says corrosion resistant, that doesn't mean you should leave it out in the rain and then
I didn't know what
not
that
clean
means.
it.
It will rust if you get it wet and leave it.
Yeah, but I guess it's more likely not to. Maybe like if you had it in there.
Oh, more likely, sure.
Yeah, or like a couple of hours and then you come and clean it, it's still okay.
Oh, hours you're going to be good unless you got a Mora. Look, if you got a Mora and you take it to the ocean and you get salt water on it, you better clean it off. It's going to rust.
Okay, true, exactly. This frame lock also has a black G10 front handle, but it's got a stainless steel back for more comfortable grip all the way around. This knife also features the patented Emerson wave-shaped feature, which is the small wave-shaped tab on the top of the blade. That's designed, you guys know, to attach on the pocket seam, so when you're pulling it out of your pocket, it opens.
It's probably it's my favorite aspect of the knife, even though I don't really like that feature for myself. But I know a lot of people who do. I mean, when people have been talking about it for 10, 12
It's probably
years.
like the gun thing where they then tombstone that they pull it out and spin it around. I feel like it's kind of like that. Like you pull this out and it's already out. You're like, whoosh.
Sure.
Except I don't have any pockets. That's why I didn't do it. So no.
Well, I mean, it also has jimping.
Yeah, exactly.
197. I just think if you're going to do a basic type of knife for everyday users, you need to have that extra pow.
Fact.
It's also a feature that, it's favored by military, rescue, law enforcement officers, which is
So
kind of
if
the
you
same
a
thing.
cop, stop and go to Atlantic Knife and get the Kershaw Cqc 4K XL
Or
Emerson
the
Kershaw.
Cqc 4K XL for short. That was my amateur radio handle.
Oh, I'll bet. One minus for me, though, Kershaw did not hide the logo anywhere on this knife or the static. I mean, not like there was a place, but they could have made a place. However, Emerson did include their own little feature, as you can see. It's right there on the black reversible pocket clip for left or right-handed carry.
Lastly, this knife has a black backspacer, a black built-in thumb disc for manual opening, and lastly, and most importantly, it's only $59. $54.84 on.
AtlanticKnife.com.
You guessed it.
Yeah.
Everybody shops there, including.
Because I'm thinking we should make this like our go-to knife. I mean, do you think we can get like Atlantic knife etched on the blade?
I don't know how many we have, but I have a feeling it'll be sold out quick. It always is.
Disappointing.
Yep. The thumb disc, I like that too.
Do you?
I actually like that more than the wave feature. I'm not a fan of the wave
No.
feature. I mean, I like it. I see how it works. I know how it
Scandalous
works.
of things.
But to me, it just, I don't know.
So we can't get Atlantic knife etched on there.
I doubt it. No, probably not.
Okay, wow, disappointing.
Well, I mean, Crispy's embroidery machine, it's down. I'm waiting on 14 shirts right now. But
That wouldn't
even
work.
matter because you can't embroider a knife anyway.
Exactly, so probably not. And with that, we've come to our last knife of the week, and that is the new. Oh, look at that.
I knew that was going to happen.
I'm so awful. I've opened it today like thousands of times, and then I go to do it on here, and it's like, wow, amateurish, can't even open the knife. Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean,
Wah, wah, wah.
now before we get into anything about this knife,
This knife, though, is
Be cool, Jul.
awesome. Look, I am cool. I am so cool, you'll mistake me for Shaft, okay? So go ahead. I'm cool.
I'm going to tell you that it's a little higher on the price spectrum. I mean, it's not Medford high, but it's up there.
Well, how we use, like, we're either going to flat out tell you the price and tell you to buy it from AtlanticKnife.com, or we're going to, like, tell you how much it is through another company.
Yeah, there's a reason they call it a smooth
this
criminal.
This is Medford high.
He ain't even going to write this time.
No.
He's just going to visit. Go ahead.
I did it again. I cannot.
I
Get this
haven't-
away from
I
me.
haven't decided
I have been doing it
if
all
this
day
is just
long.
a plain flipper like that,
Yeah.
or I'm kind of tempted to be like
Like
a
a thumb?
rear flipper like this. But I don't think you can get enough on it or hold it
Look,
well enough.
I've opened it several times today, guys. Several times.
It's okay.
I
loosened it up for
It's
you.
probably because I'm a little nervous because I really like this knife and he's trying
You're
to.
nervous.
He's trying to go on and.
This is our 37th episode. You know what? You
I
better
like
quit
this
running your
knife,
mouth or
though.
you're going to miss the rest of the show.
Shut it.
Just telling you, that old witch lady's going to be on there.
Okay, you know what?
shaking her
Anyways,
wand.
this knife, the We Etern A,
You know the beginning's your
is
favorite part.
$298 on AtlanticKnife.com. Okay, it's not a slouch. It's got good materials. I really like the look, feel, and the size. I feel like a chunk of time went into the design of the handle because that's like my favorite feature. Because it's very like you cannot even believe how light it is. Okay, it's super like feather light. It could float away. Not even kidding. And I think if I were to buy one, it would be for a collection.
Same here. I don't think I would want to really use a $300 knife. You know how I am when it comes to the fixed blades, $40-$50.
I gotcha.
Although you could use it because
Exactly.
it's got great materials. I mean, it's got a, I don't know if I can do this right, vertebral integral handle, which is 4.32 inches long. Do you like how
What
I
does
just-
that mean?
I
We don't
just
know
slid
either.
right in to the specs.
Oh my
It's the integral part is the closed part of the knife, and the vertebral is the spine of the knife.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I'm not a
Okay.
big fan of the integral knives, but Isham does a lot. Isham does a lot.
Isham.
Browse House, Mouse, I don't know. It's
Box
made
in
of
a
gray
box.
titanium and black carbon fiber, while the blade, which is 3.28 inches long, is made of Bowler M390 steel, has a hardness of, I forgot, 61.
Yeah.
Sports a polished, bead-blasted finish and operates on a ceramic ball-bearing system. I feel like I'm describing a Corvette.
You are. It's actually
flat
based on sports cars.
Is it really?
You already knew that.
No!
Joe. Did you see how I did that?
This knife goes 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds without the use of an electric battery. The satin finish, pocket clips,
Unbelievable.
screws,
Look at that.
and pivot cap are all machined titanium.
All high quality, like you said.
Exactly. And like the, what you talking about, We SUGGA? As more for collectors, I think that gives away my, you know what, I have to stop doing that because I have to bring
It
something
gives
a little
away your
more.
age.
I don't know if it does or not. This means I
Okay.
watch some 80s sitcoms. Collectors and connoisseurs of knives. Someone who is wanting a knife for hunting, camping, or everyday work, and probably not going to
You're
use
not
this
going to
knife.
use these knives for that. I agree, which is why we also did an episode on the top 5 hunting and camping knives.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed that or you're curious, you can check out using the link in the description below.
Yeah, this is like a carry in your pocket and show your friends. Or you can click now at the top right of your screen, and I'm going to give you a second to do that.
Do it now.
There we go.
Okay. We're going to go over the final specs of this knife. Overall, it's 7.6 inches long. The blade can be opened via the large triangle thumb hole, though I think it's easier with the jimped out flipper stud, although don't take my word for it because obviously I can't do it properly. Lastly, this frame lock has a unique frame lock because it's the small triangle portion of the blade. Finally, this jewel of the knife world was designed by, as he said, Elijah Isham, and weighs only 2.86 ounces. It comes with, you know, the same old zipper pouch, cleaning cloth, stickers.
You knew it was Isham. Everybody knew it before you even said it. You can look at it. It looks
and
very
it says it
similar
right here. It
to
has
that
his
other
little
knife he
logo
did
there.
just about 4 months ago.
The Abtuse, was that what it was? The Abtruse?
I forgot which one it was.
The
It was the one he was showing at Blade Show. I forgot.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No pessimism beyond this point. I do not accept downers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quiet then.
Guys, don't forget, we also like you to hit that like, subscribe, and share buttons. Share our content, okay? We want to continue bringing you new knives and videos every week. In order to do that, we need more AKers. Please subscribe and view. Also, if you want to stay updated about the goings-ons, hit the bell.
Yes. You never know when we might upload a video about an upcoming giveaway.
Ha! You saw that. I did it correctly.
Because they say, well, like they say.
Ha!
Like they
See,
say. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Watched pot never boils. You guys were watching me, so I couldn't do it. I've done it 3 times now.
So you should probably hit the bell just in case. You know what? You just ruined my 1,000 subscribers.
We are also on Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Reddit, sort of. So look out for any news we post on there. We're always posting. Wait, you know what we forgot to mention?
You knew we both were going to act like the Instagram wasn't coming. You were going to speed through it. I knew it was coming.
No, our friend. We did not mention our friend.
Who's our friend?
We're just going to mention just first names here.
Oh my gosh, I forgot his name.
It's the guy from X-Files.
Oh, yes.
We were going to lose his last name?
We
or?
were hanging out at this restaurant in a small town in Tennessee called Kingsport.
Possibly.
Have I done too much?
Yes. You've already
And we had a server there
undisclosed location
who done really weird things with stickers once in his life on his Instagram account. And if I gave you his handle, which I won't, but that don't mean the person that's editing this will not stick the handle on the bottom of the screen right now.
Are you serious? Handle?
Snitches get stitches.
Is that your new gaming lingo you just learned?
No, Instagram. That's his handle.
You can't just say his name?
No, I'm not going to. Chris Carter. So,
He really likes knives. What he had like he got a fake spider comb. We felt sorry for him, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna mention you in our next video.
we should have
cheer
gave
you
him.
up a little.
You know what we should do? We should mail him all our fake spider coats.
I
got a couple.
You know what? I got all my fake spider coats right here beside me. Let me just mail those to him.
Some crap. We went to work one day and there they were. He's like, "Oh, look at all these nice spider coats." And then he found out they were all fakes.
He'd be like,
and there
I
was a
know who
bill.
did this.
All right,
Bill. Yeah.
We're at the end of the
always
show,
posting.
aren't we?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
We're always posting, so just follow us on the social media things.
That sounds like a T-shirt slogan to me.
Maybe it could be.
I think we need to do
I
T-shirts.
think we need to.
All right, with
All right, you
that,
crispy. Get your machine up and working.
get us here.
Okay.
Go here.
Let's go.
And somebody, please come pick her up.
Just.
Look at the seriousness on my face. Look like I'm kidding? All right.
Okay, go ahead.
With that, I'm C. And this is
Just Jul.
That's messed up.
Yeah, well, we're all out of Dr. Pepper.
You took my line.
From the break room,
You
so
need to-
life's tough all the way around.
If that were a sword cane.
No.
You're the one who drank it. And you know it.
That's not important.
You know you did it.
Oh my.
That's okay. You know who else takes away by tiny pleasures in life?
Your mother-in-law.
I wish she'd take away some of my large pains. Oh, wait a minute. That would mean she's a magician. And she disappeared.
Wow.
With that, I'm signing off.
We're signing off.